Let's get more on the humanitarian situation in Lebanon. Cyril Basil from CARE Lebanon joins us now from Beirut. Good morning to you. Welcome to News Breakfast.
Thank you so much. Thank you for this opportunity.
Of course. Please just update us on the situation as it stands in Lebanon. We know up to 1 million people are displaced. There are grave fears for people's health and safety right now. What's the situation today?
The situation this evening in Lebanon is extremely stressful. We're talking about more than 1 million people who are a small portion of them able to stay in shelter, but a large portion of them wandering the streets trying to find any type of refuge. It has been raining for a few days, so we are talking about children sleeping on the sidewalk, older people who are sleeping on stairs, and mothers and fathers trying to find any solution to secure the most basic rights of their children. And so it is an extremely tragic situation at the moment in Beirut.
What is CARE doing at the moment to try and help people where you can? Are there difficulties with getting aid to people and health supplies?
So in the last week, since the escalation, CARE has supported more than 15,000 internally displaced people. The support comes in the form of food parcels, hygiene kits, dignity kits, and psychological support because the people are experiencing immense stress and immense anxiety due to the situation. So this is why CARE has also been offering psychological support and other forms of aid, as I mentioned.
And for people displaced, Cyril, where have they gone? Where can they go to? Are there any shelters set up at the moment for people who've had to flee? There are so many people that have had to flee.
Exactly, the number is scary. 1 million is a lot of people, and what is scarier is that it keeps on growing because the situation is getting worse every other hour. And so people are mostly fleeing the south and the Bekaa, coming to Beirut, going to the north and other areas across Lebanon. But there's one thing that's really important to mention is that some of these people are leaving their house in the south and walking for hours. So you have people who are fainting on the sidewalk, people who are due to dehydration, fainting and, facing a lot of problems along the way. You do have a few ones who can leave by car or flee by car, flee the explosions and the bombardments by car, but others are walking and trying to find any shelter that's available.
And all of this is happening as Israeli forces move further into the south. Cyril, what role do you believe Australia and other Western nations have to play in this conflict and what's happening in Lebanon?
So I think we all unanimously should be calling for an immediate ceasefire, first and foremost. Second of all, CARE Australia has launched fundraising to support CARE Lebanon's efforts in Lebanon. And so any person who is willing to make a donation can go on CARE Australia website. No donation is too small. Every single dollar can make a difference. And so on CARE Australia website, you can find the Lebanon emergency appeal. And so every single dollar can make a difference at the moment.
Yes, an important message for our viewers. Cyril Basil in Beirut, thank you very much for talking to us this morning.
Thank you.